just off the of this class for a moment. I was just having a conversation with Malcolm while you guys were out, and every year now I have tried to work in with Malcolm's Vision Quest the different vision quests that were common, especially to grandfather's people in the lineage. You see, as far as I'm concerned, and grandfather was also of the same mind, if you're on a spiritual path, there's no such a thing as one vision quest. You know, that's good for John Q. Public and stuff, somebody trying to find their way, but somebody that is on a heavy-duty spiritual path and are really trying to work toward that light. Vision Quest is an ongoing process. Some years I used to go out 4 times, other years 6 times, sometimes only twice, you know, especially in my developing years. But there's certain quests that grandfather taught me that really stand out in my mind and heart. Malcolm's running one in July that's basically called a commitment quest. It's very much like a dog soldier, where they would get into the front of battle and they'd have a long sash on and they'd take a spear and slam it into that sash, pin themselves in one place. And they were going to stay there until that battle was over, live or dead or beaten up. And that's very much what that vision quest is. I know in my life that, to me, when I got into that visionary place, it was like, it was my final commitment to the Creator. You know, it just threw everything else aside. I was still quite young at the time, but all of my passion, all of my focus, that I wanted to be so bad the Creator's servant. And it was like when I put that lance in the ground, my God, the attacks on me was just at times unbearable. But then they kind of vanished. It was like there was such a support from the lineage and beyond that it forever changed my life. Another quest, which is coming up in, I think it's August?
Early September, I think.
Early September, I'm sorry. That's basically 1 day of prep, 2 days in, and 1 day of debriefing. That entire quest is dealing with healing, not the self, but others. And imagine, talk about self-sacrifice of a shaman. You are committing 2 days of your life, actually 4, to trying to help heal someone or several people. And what precipitated this conversation is you folks, with what you know on that quest, would produce unspeakable miracles because you have the tools. And I'm going to, you know, to set up both of these quests, I'm going to be in the first and the last day. And because there's a formula that you follow. But you can imagine giving your entire life, your entire focus, all of your love, compassion, healing to one or several people. It doesn't get any better than that. And the results, as I know from when Rick and I did this, was just astounding. People that we would never think could ever be well again, could ever make a comeback, did.